The rescue train finally arrived, but we weren't the passengers. The first one we killed on the way down used to be my neighbor. I buried my axe in what was left of his face and told myself it didn't count. Not really, not anymore. The blade made a wet sucking sound as I wrenched it free. 17, Lev whispered behind me, his voice a ghost in the stairwell. His small hand was clamped on the back of my jacket. Zoya, only 17 steps to the next landing. Keep counting, I muttered, my knuckles white on the axe handle. Don't breathe the air. For months, the only sound was the wind screaming through the broken bones of our tower block. Then, 2 hours ago, the music started. A faint, tinny jingle, something from the old world, an ice cream truck melody floating up from the street. It was the signal we'd been promised. The one Cassian said was a fucking lie. Serena didn't care. She clutched the filthy, one-eyed teddy bear she'd found and said it was a sign. Said we had to go, so we went down. The second one moved on the 8th floor. Its spine was bent backwards, a snapped twig, and it scuttled on all fours, its chin scraping the concrete. Cassian put a pipe through its eye socket without a word. We didn't stop. We couldn't. We hit the lobby, and the jingle was louder, echoing off the shattered glass and frozen slush. They were all there, a silent, swaying congregation. I saw the postman, his bag still slung over his shoulder, a dark crust flaking from the leather. I saw the girl from 3B, the one with the bright pink hair, now just a matted gray mess. And I saw him, the doorman. He used to sneak Lev sweets. Now his jaw was gone, replaced by a gaping black hole, and his eyes, they weren't vacant like the others. They were fixed on us. He took a step, then another, faster than the rest. Shit, Cassian breathed. It's him. We have to go, now. We slammed through the main doors and into the street. The music was coming from the tube entrance. We ran, slipping on God knows what, and plunged into the dark. The escalator was a frozen waterfall of filth, a long, dark slide into the guts of the city. We practically surfed down it. And then the smell changed. The rot and decay of the world above vanished. It was replaced by the sharp, clean bite of bleach, a smell so sterile it made my eyes water. Below, a string of emergency lights pulsed with a steady, blue rhythm. The floor at the bottom of the escalator wasn't just clear, it was gleaming. The platform was lit. Signs, bright and clean, glowed with promises. SA-Fee zone, medical, food. And there it was, a train, waiting silent, with its doors wide open. The carriages were lined with white plastic sheeting. Buckets and mops were stacked by the doors. It's real, Serena whispered, a tear tracing a clean path down her dirty face. It's a fucking slaughterhouse, Cassian shot back, gesturing at a drain grate in the platform. It was stained dark. This is too clean. Nothing is this clean. A figure in a white hooded suit stepped out from the driver's cab. A plastic visor hid its face. A speaker on its chest crackled to life. Please proceed aboard. Single file. Leave all weapons on the platform. I held the axe tighter. Where are you taking us? To the community, the voice buzzed, flat and dead. All survivors are being integrated. We're not sick, I called out, my voice echoing in the unnerving silence. We're not turning. You misunderstand the process, the figure said. 2 more emerged from the train behind it, carrying long poles with hooks on the end. They looked like shepherds, or butchers. A crash from behind us. The doorman was at the top of the escalator, its head cocked, its dark eyes finding us in the blue light. It started down, its movements jerky and unnaturally fast. The others were pouring in behind it, a slow, inevitable wave of groaning bodies. Zoya, Lev whimpered, hiding behind my legs. Zoya, we can't. He was right. We couldn't fight them all. Not here. What is the process? I shouted at the hooded figure, taking a half step towards the train. The speaker hissed. There was no emotion in the voice, just the tired drone of someone reciting a manual. The locomotive is a biothermal engine. It requires a constant organic catalyst to maintain operation. Cassian let out a choked, broken laugh. Organic catalyst. You're turning people into fucking fuel. contribution is mandatory, the voice stated. The system must continue. Please board. We have a schedule to keep. The doorman hit the bottom of the escalator and let out a shriek that was half wet gargle, half tearing metal. It started to run. I looked at the monster I knew, the one whose name I'd forgotten. Then I looked at the clean, white monsters in front of me, with their schedules and their fancy words for grinding people into slurry. I looked down at Lev, trembling, his face buried in my leg. He wouldn't last a minute out here. In there, who knows? I let my axe fall to the platform with a clang that echoed like a final bell. I took Lev's hand. "Get on the train," I said, and walked towards the open door.